guessing for you people there, the you children there. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. Now there are two things on your screen, one is autobiography and one is biography. Now what do you call this type of writings there, and what do you call the life is written by a person about himself, and what is the information we get from these types of writing? Now what's the difference between a biography and an autobiography? So the answer is there for you. Here the autobiography is a story of a person's life written by the person himself, while a biography is a story of a person's life written by somebody else. Now we will be reading about the autobiography of Anandi Gopal, the first Indian woman to receive education abroad and to obtain a medical degree. Now how did she achieve this? What are the obstacles faced by her? What made her decide to become a doctor? Okay, now we'll go further and know exactly what's the reason behind this. Now I was born, so remember it's an autobiography. So Anandi Gopal herself has written this. So I was born on 31st March 1865 as Yamuna Joshi in Kalyan, a small town near Mumbai, that's Maharashtra. Okay, my family, that's her family, used to be the landlords of the town but had lost their riches. So they were wealthy ones, but now they have lost all those things. When I was 9 years old, I was married and my name was changed to Anandi. So when Anandi was only 9 years old, she was married. So you had this child marriage persisting at that time then. So what happened? She was married at the age of 9. So what was the before name there, before being called as Anandi there? Her name was Yamuna Joshi. Now before my marriage, so remember whatever I'm reading out there, it's all a direct thing, means it's the autobiography written by the person themselves. So the reading will be like that itself. So before my marriage, I could barely read Marathi and education of girls was not common then. But my husband, okay, Gopal Rao, was an ardent supporter of widow remarriage and women's education. So what do you mean ardent and enthusiastic supporter of widow remarriage? And see this children, the husband also was very supportive. Okay, he was supportive for the widow remarriage, where widowhood was very badly existing in our society, and he stressed a lot on women's education. So after marriage, he started teaching me. This was a very difficult because in those days a husband didn't even speak directly to his wife in front of others. In the beginning, my husband tried to enroll me, means add her as one of the member in a missionary schools, but that did not work out. We had to move from Kalyan to Alibag to Kolhapur and finally to Calcutta, where he was left free to teach me. So your husband was very interested in teaching who? Yamuna Joshi, also called as Anandi Bai. Okay, after my rapid progress, rapid means what's on the fast progress, my husband was insistent. Insistent means what? Forcing that I should acquire higher education. See, such a good husband she had then. Okay, in those days, female doctors were not available in our country. Okay, that's understood. We are not giving importance to women's education itself. So where you'll have a female doctors then. So here available is there written. So what is the prefix or the opposite of available? Unavailable. Okay, reluctant. Reluctant is what's hesitating to approach to a male doctor would suffer a lot as a result. So those days women never used to visit a male doctor, and whatever they had, they used to suffer among themselves, or they used to go to the village. There'll be ladies in village also where they'll be treating the herbal things. So they used to go there. Okay, I myself had lost my infant, small child. Okay, when she was 14. So I desired that I would like to be a doctor. When she lost her son, she desired that she had to study for a doctor then. Okay. Now what happened here, children? Further, my husband tried very hard to get me admitted to some university in America. So Mrs. Carpenter of Rosedale, New Jersey is in USA, by chance came to know my story and was moved by the correspondence and wrote me a letter. She offered to host. Host means what? Entertaining or giving a space to the particular person in the place. Okay, and she hosted me in the USA. Since Gopal Rao wasn't able to get a job there, we decided that I should leave for America alone. Imagine a lady, okay, in the year of 1865, okay, was ready to go alone and study there. And definitely she'll face a lot of opposition. This is what happened to her. We had to face a lot of opposition, criticism, to the extent people started throwing stones and cow dung at us. See, they are going for education, and look at the response of our people. And the girls' education was not at all given importance in those days. And here there's a lady, a girl who has been encouraged by her husband to go abroad and study, not even her country, abroad. So after many trials and tribulations, tribulation means what? Trouble. In June 1883, I reached America and met my carpenter, Mavashi, whom she lovingly called as Auntie. Okay. Now what happened here then? The next slide. Now, in America, there were many things that I thought was strange and many that the carpenters found strange about me. Remember, two different culture. Okay, and you can see the place also there, children, there in the map there. So, where is New Jersey there? Okay, and what happened here then? This culture, their culture, the Western culture and Indian culture are very, very far apart there. And imagine a girl from our Indian culture going and staying abroad there with their Western culture, had to get adjusted. So, it is some suffering she had to study, undergo, Anandibai. For example, the carpenters found it odd that I wouldn't sit down on a chair when Mr. Carpenter was in the room, as was a custom in India then, and I was astonished that they didn't bathe every day. Okay, now other things like my clothes and my not eating a non-vegetarian food was also very strange for them. So one is they never used to take bath. One more is, and they found odd that Anandi never sat in front of Mr. Carpenter. I think even now also many ladies won't sit before their husbands also. That's our culture. Okay, but maybe if you have changed also nowadays. So Carpenter Mavashi took care of me as if I were her own daughter. She cried like a child. I've highlighted that thing today. She cried like a child. So there are two things comparison with the word called as like in between. Okay, that's a figure of speech you have and it's called as your simile. When she left me at the college, women's college at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is what USA, a port. Okay, children. Now, what happened next? The superintendent and the secretary of the college were very kind. They were impressed that I had come to study from so far away, braving poverty and opposition from my people. They even offered me a scholarship of $600 for 3 years. Now you should know two differences, children. So what's the meaning of a scholarship and what's the meaning of a fellowship? Okay, fellowship are something like grants given for 1 or 2 years there. Scholarship or the awards that is given there for a menial amount is given for their studies. Okay, there is a difference between your scholarship and your fellowship. Now what happened then? So she used to get a scholarship of $600 for 3 years. The room that was provided to me at the college didn't have a proper fireplace. I have given a picture of a fireplace there. So that because it's a very cold region also, and definitely each and every house had this fireplace. And near where she settled down, there was no proper fireplace, and the fireplace emitted a lot of smoke when lit. Okay, so it was a choice between smoke and a cold. I tried to get another place, but that was not possible as no one was ready to rent a place to a brown Hindu girl trying to be a doctor. The racism was already there from the beginning. So this is what happened. A brown Indian lady going there and studying a doctorate was not liked by the other race. So I have underlined the word possible. So what is the prefix for possible? It will be impossible. Okay. Now what happened? After 2 years in that place, I had started having a constant temperature and cough. So Anandi was affected by that smoke. Okay, so she started having a constant, continuous temperature and cough. Well, living in an alien culture. You understood, Western culture and Indian culture far apart there. So living in alien means a native culture. Okay, weather was always going to be difficult and she was ready to face it. That was I was ready to face me. She was ready to face it because her aim was to become a doctor. Okay, now what happened further? So my health was severely affected by my stay there. After around 2 years in the USA, I had sudden spells. So when I used to feel very faint and had a high temperature because of the cough, it started affecting her lungs. So what I used to have get sudden spells means was suddenly she used to get a fever. Okay, and she used to feel very faint and I used to have suffer a lot of health issues there. The cough never left me. By the end of 3 years, my condition had worsened. I somehow scrapped to the final. So somehow she went through a final examination. At the convocation, so what's the meaning of convocation? That's the day they call all the graduate holders and honor them. Okay, when my husband was present, it was announced that I was the first women doctor of India. Isn't it very appreciable there? In spite of all the odds there, she was there as the first Indian lady doctor there to become a doctor there. Now what happened here then? Here there was standing ovation, applause from all of the people are assembled there. It was one of the most rewarding moments of my life, she said. It is not only Anandi's life, it is for the entire Indians there. It was a very proud moment. But what happened? Her health was deteriorating. Day by day, I grew worse and nothing worked. So day by day, she was going to a very worse situation because her lungs were getting infected more and more. Then what happened? My husband then admitted me to Women's Hospital in Philadelphia. I was then diagnosed of having tuberculosis. So those days we never had medicines, proper medicines for tuberculosis, children there. So what is this tuberculosis? A bacteria, okay, a disease that affects the lungs. Okay, now there are a lot of medicines for that. There's nothing to get scared there. But see, being a doctor also, she was not able to cure herself also. Such a pitiable situation there. But the disease hadn't reached yet my lungs, so it was still in the initial stages. The doctor advised me to go back to India. Okay, now what happened here? She returned back to India. So what happened? The journey back home took a further toll. Imagine, she had the problem. She had a sudden spell, high temperature. So traveling it further increased on that. Hanadibai's health as doctors on the ship refused to treat a brown woman. So look at the racial discrimination we had those days. On reaching India, she stayed at a cousin's place in Pune to receive treatment from a very renowned means what? Well-known Ayurvedic specialist. So India, is very well known for Ayurvedic there. He, however, refused to treat her as, according to him, she had crossed the boundaries of society. Imagine, children. She has gone there to study and become India's first lady doctor. And here, I mean, you can just see that narrow-mindedness of our Indians, and they just outcasted her. So they said that she had crossed the boundaries of society. Finally, on February 26, 1887, frustrated that all her achievements were even definitely none, she had gone there to study become a doctor, but there was no treatment for her at all. Now, what happened finally? Anandibai succumbed to a disease at the age of 22. Look at the age, children. What is the age? Hardly age of 22. She was mourned throughout India, but no one was there to help Anandibai recover from the disease at that time. Her ashes were sent to Mrs. Carpenter. Okay, the person who helped her in America there. Okay, want to place them in a family cemetery at Poughkeepsie. Okay, now what happened here? Poughkeepsie is in your New York. So Anandibai's effort, however, were not in vain. To this day, she is an inspiration to Indian girls from all walks of life. She enables us to believe that whatever our situation or circumstances, so you can just have a recap there. So the suffering she had undergone, she was being thrown out of the country there. Okay, no one helped her. It's only her husband who gave her the support. Okay, nobody's dreams are unachievable, and that each of us has a potential to achieve whatever we wish to. So nothing should stop you, people. So in 1887, 83 itself, she was unstoppable. Only a little moral support from her husband, she was able to cross the oceans and go study there. So with all the facilities available now, the status of women increasing, definitely make an effort to go and do whatever your people wanted. Today, the Maharashtra government has a fellowship in her name for young women working on women's health. Okay, this comes to end. I think only have told the meaning of fellowship also, children, there. Okay, so today the Maharashtra government has a fellowship in her name for young women working on women's health. So that's a very appreciable thing. Now, a very nice message from Anandi Gopal. Okay, so whatever may be the situation or circumstances, nobody's dreams are unachievable, and that each of us has the potential. What is the meaning of potential? The capacity to achieve whatever we wish to. And this is an inspiration to all the Indian girls there, from the first, the lady doctor, or from India there. Okay, children, hope you have understood this lesson. There's a glossary here. The meaning of rapid is happening at a great speed. Acquire, come to have. Trial, something that tests a person's endurance or patience. Tribulation, trouble. Astonish, surprise very greatly. Impress, cause or feel admiration. Poverty, a state of being poor. Wonder, a feeling of surprise. So wonder, there's a lot of difference in that. Emit, give out, discharge. In vain, without success. Then toll, damage resulting from something. Renowned, the state of being famous.